Good morning and welcome to today's London session with pitchforks. Let me just start sharing screen. And I was up in Europe in what is the middle of the night because I couldn't sleep, so I was on Chance's session at 5 AM and then looked at the scanner. But apparently there are some new there's USD/JPY. I've done the others with pitchforks. We just start sharing screen. Why have I got that happening? And I was up in Europe in what is the middle of the night. I couldn't sleep, so I was on Chance's session at 5 AM. Why is that happening? Apparently there are some new okay. Right, let's just have a quick look at USD/JPY strategies. Chance and Samantha Pip Talk, that's where you'll find all the scans if you want them from their Monday nights or Monday sessions. So I was just looking for this oh there it is, USD/JPY redrawing. Oh, okay. That's a failed scan at the moment. That's fallen right off the D point. Look at it on the M30. It's not on there. So we might avoid that. It's London session anyway. EN I've just drawn, and then GN there was a new one. Oh, that's not new. I've got that one. Pretty sure I've got that one on the M30. Yeah. Okay, so I think I'm pretty up to date. So Chance had this morning, I wasn't on all the session, he had AUD-CAD, AUD-USD, Euro-AUD, Euro-NZD, GCAD and USD-CAD. So let's find AUD-CAD, Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. Let's look at that first. Let's move my phone. Slow moving pair, so it's quite good if you're just starting on this strategy. So we've got GJ, one of the others has just gone off. So rejection of pitchfork under the 62. I haven't got many more confirmations on this though. I don't know what scan he's looking at. I might leave this one. Unless I've got anything coming up. I can see one down there. Okay, so no trade on AUD-CAD. It must have, unless you count that as a trade. I don't think we want to get into this. I think we'll look at some other things. So I didn't catch whether he was looking at buys or sells. I only got on towards the end. So if we got a break and a retest there. Yes, so we've got, what are our confirmations? We've got a break and a retest something in the chat. I'll have a look in a minute. Thank you. Break and a retest of the 1 minute trend, check 1. Pitchfork touch, that's quite a way back with a break and a retest, check 2. And then under the 62, but it's just coming back up there, so it's kind of ranging along anyway. So I don't know what he was looking at, but I think I'll leave that one. Let me have a look at the chat. Good morning, good morning. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining. So I'm going to close that one and see if I look on the 15-minute. It's a sell scan that it's in. That was an old markup. And that dates back how far? Oh, that's that D point of 31st of July. So it hit the median, it didn't complete all the way, and it's been on its way back up. So it's just sitting in that area here. So I'll come back to the 1 minute and we'll leave that. Now we've got our, and I can see an old pitchfork there as well, which sometimes causes price to stall. So I'm going to leave that. HourGlass, HourGUSD. It's slowly working its way up. It's just hugging along the 62 at the moment, but it has repeatedly rejected off the pitchfork. There is an old pitchfork there. It's a very pale green. So I don't know what Chance was looking at, as I say, but it's in a buy mode. The 62 is saying it doesn't know what it wants to do, but the pitchfork's saying buy. The 62 is saying buy in the sense that it's crossed above the blue. I mean, price doesn't know what it wants to do at the moment. It's just stalling out on there. And it's obviously HourGUSD, which is either Tokyo session or New York session. So it may well move up to that level for New York session. Or what I'll do is put that also, put one of those down there and see if it drops below. So I don't know what he was looking for there either, but probably a buy. I mean, it's got its long trend up. You could even draw it back from there, couldn't you? Right, okay, so that's HourGUSD, Euro AUD, one of the fast pairs. Oh, this is Bab's favourite at the moment. So hopefully she's all right. She's in the money because she was hanging on like a dog with a bone yesterday when it went all the way up here back past take profit 1. This is the sell scan. It was a shark, if you remember. And we're still waiting. So it hasn't taken off yet. That was the markup I did from back there that I've been moving along, which was for obviously that price trap has narrowed. So I may as well remove that. So we're waiting for an entry at, remember to make your own judgments. I'm not a professional trader. These are not signals. These are ideas. 1.64500, but only after it has done a break and a retest on that quarter theory. And a fast pair, so you'd be hoping for more than 20 pips on it. So let me move my alert just to about there. So what is this actually telling us? It's saying the orange has crossed below the blue for a sell. You can see the 62 is now on top of price, pushing it down. It's caught in this price trap. It'll have to make a decision sooner or later when it runs out of room. So you could even move that along there. And then once it's cleared quarter theory with a break and a retest, we would like a 10 pip break and retest. That's what we like. Then when it returns, so your entry point is not here, your entry point is not here, and it's not here. Your entry point is when it turns, and it's there when the price turns in your direction after it's done a break and a retest. That's your entry point, okay? So that we can leave. We're looking for a sell. Next one is Euro NZD. So we've got correlating pairs. So if you get into one, don't get into the other. Otherwise, you're doubling your risk. This is a buy scan. Thank you, Babs, because I just drew this one up just before we came on. I didn't know about this one from the middle of the night. There's the D point, so it didn't give a break and a retest off the D point, just went straight up. There was some odd news, I think, this morning, which sometimes affects New Zealand dollar, I think. So it's already hit the median, and there are, I don't think that's very big, is it? 37. So at the moment, so we can take a buy or a sell. So at this point, we're going to be looking at it, pushing it down. So we want to mark it up. You can mark it up the other side. It's just we want a bit of a break and a retest. And I don't want it going off. And then we've still got to sit and look at it when we want to look at setups. So we've got it now pushing past the 15-minute EMA under the quarter theory for a sell, and we just want it to clear this pitchfork. So same thing before we get in for a sell, and then you've got a nice take profit zone here where the two oceans meet. So our short position is going to be 15 pips on this fast moving pair, 20 pips, but we'd be looking, we hope, for 35 to 40. But just because I say we're hoping for it doesn't mean to say you get it. You can see those previous lines of resistance there. So that's what we're looking for at the moment on that one. Doesn't look like it's going to curl back round and go above, but you never can tell because technically the 62 EMA is in a buy because it's crossed above the blue. So as we've seen on other pairs, what it can do is curl round and decide it doesn't want to do this at all. And as you can see, it is a buy scan. It could decide it now wants to carry on up. So what we'll also do is put a trend line on, whoops, trend line on, in fact, it's just going up, isn't it, at the moment? So I'll leave that above there. It should be okay. And that is 6 pips above. So at the moment it's doing that curling back a bit. Maybe it's just testing it and then coming down. Right, so that's Euro NZD. I think it's meant to be selling, but we will see. I'll put that down as a sell because, as I say, the 62 is technically saying buy and it's above quarter theory. It could just curl round off that 15-minute and decide it wants to carry on up. GCAD was his next one. GCAD buying. So we've got pitchfork touch, a break and a retest back to the 62, but then it's leveled off. I just want to see what that spacing is. So that means we can take quarter theory trades on this one. Dog. 12th of August has hit the median, coming up above here. So there's Euro NZD. Don't know which way it's going. Going up at the moment. So the problem with that is we can't take that as a trade. Actually, I'm going to take that off because we haven't got that gap between the pitchfork legs, 35. So we wouldn't take that anyway until it reaches up here. Okay. So if it has changed its mind and carrying on up, that's fine. No problem. We'll just put this on to remind ourselves when we come to look at it what we want to do with it. And then if it gets into that narrow gap, that's when you'd look at coming in at quarter theory, moving that up like that, not taking it off that point. And you will have to watch for that being in the way anyway. And I can see a little old pitchfork just running across there. Okay. So that's everything on that at the moment. So let's go back to GCAD. I forgot to check the news. It's some all-day meetings, isn't it? Oh no, it's yeah, all day, right? It's Australia all day. So we've had pitchfork touch up above the 62, but it's dropping back down. Can't see a fib that I can put on that. It's quite a wild moves there. What did the half hour, what did the hour say? Just look at the hourly candle. So the hourly candle closed above the pitchfork, but was equal buy and sell really, although you had more of a wick off the buy than the sell, and both are above for the last hour, and this one, which has half an hour to go, so we don't know how that's going to print, but that printed above the 62, saying really it wants to buy. These were less certain, and that was that big engulfing candle. So if we come down to the half hour, they are all above the pitchfork. There's an indecision candle, so we don't know on because we trade on the 1 minute. It's good if we get that confluence across the hourly. It tells us, you know, how many we can go for more pips, because we know it's got the trend in our favor over the longer time frame. But we don't know how this one's going to close on the half hour. It's got 4 minutes to run, so it could make a sudden dash down. But at the moment, it looks like price wants to push up. Still pushing up on that 15-minute, although doji indecision candles. And then, as you see here on the 5-minute, just pushing down towards that blue line's my alert, of course, towards that pitchfork. And there we have it below the 62 and into the pitchfork on the 1 minute. So it could just be coming back down to meet that 15-minute and then go. What's that trend line there? I've got a trend line up here. I haven't got much of a downward trend. I've got a channel that you can see there. I'll have to put one of these parallel things on, won't I? Because otherwise I'm not doing what I was taught. But I've got to remember where it is now.
On the trend lines there.
That's it. Thank you. So let's have a look here. Don't put it on current price because it's still moving. So at the moment, we've got this channel. You could even move that a little bit further down. Not really. I think it's better back where it was. So channel trading there, didn't quite reach it there. Channel trading down to there, channel trading, and now look, it's dropping. So if we put on a trend line, find an anchor, have we got a 1 minute break and retest? We've got touches. If I put it there, we've got touches both sides. So a break and a retest back to the 62. So that looks now like it wants to fall, doesn't it? And it's coming down under there. So that's, as I said, I didn't see what chance drew on this. It is a buy scan, but we'll see what happens here. I'm not sure about this one at the moment. 15 down to 20, down to that quarter theory. And let's just put that out there for our alert to go off. Oh, been done there, sorry. Thought I had an alert on it. No, I didn't. That's strange. Right. So that's about how many pips away? 5.7 down to this area here. You can see all that stall out down there, long resistance all along here. Oh, it's going off now. So this is 5.7. So if it gives us a break and a retest, we'd like to see that 62. We haven't got quarter theory helping us. So for extra confirmation, we need that break and the retest of the 1 minute trend line. We need the 62 in the red box there. We've got the pitchfork touch, but we really must have a retest back to the pitchfork and drop and go to give us enough confirmations for a sell. Otherwise, it could still be slippage because of all this area here. The orange is still above the blue, remember, and it could curl round and go back the other way. So I'll set that back up there so we can see if we get that pitchfork touch. So that's GCAD for the moment. Hang on, coffee. USD CAD, which I think I looked at before I came on, but obviously it's a New York session pair. And I don't think I had anything on it, so I closed the window. But it was one that Chance was looking at. Oh, this could be ending its run. And I quite like it when you trade these. No, it's not. It's come off that D point. So it 13th of August, taken a while to get down to there. So we want to trade it when it's really back up at the D. But you can trade off these outer extensions, but this will probably be one for this afternoon for New York. Still crossed over there, still dropping. It needs to curl and come back round. It could even go down to quarter theory because it's still in quite a strong downward momentum. So I'm going to put a, really I want to put my, I don't want the alert going off all the time. I want to put that there because I want to catch it as it comes back into the scan. So it could even go down as far as there where the bankers put their stop losses. Whoops. GCAD. And then we want to catch it up here. GCAD, we'll have a look at that. So I think this will be for this afternoon. We'll see how that shapes out. And also we might be able to put a fib on it round about here if we've got a fib where we can put past the present, low to high, see if it comes back somewhere past the present, haven't got that at the moment, down to an 88.6 and then be taking off back into the scan. GCAD, where are you? There. So that's given us, that's okay. So that's, I'm going to stop sharing screen. I'll take this one on my live account, see how we get on, but I'm only going to do a small lot size. GCAD. Pip. And pull that up on the screen. I've got it ready. GCAD. Right. So let's have a look at that. There it is there. Oh, hang on. I forgot to write down. 116683. Hang on. Wrote the wrong number down. It's from an old one. 17231. Point 72. 2, 3, 2. That's not right. 73. 231. Sorry. That's it. No, that's not right either. God, I know I keep saying I'll sort that screen out. 3, 3, 3, 2, 1. 7, 3, 3, 2, 1. Better. Down there. 231, that's it. There. Right. Take that off. And put, that's 15 to 20. This is just the way I like to do it. You don't have to run all these lines if you don't want to. There's an old pitchfork running through there. So 73231, 131, 131 plus another 5. Maybe somewhere down there for 15 pips is 1 to 1. That gives me my 1 pip line. 3, 2, 1, and then I want from 3 to, call it there, that's 14. So that's about 15 pips. 6. Right, let's see what happens on that. I've got 62 coming down. I've got that in the red box. And I'm going to put that settings. So it's done its break and its retest. It's coming back. I can remove this. Don't need all those lines on. 3, 7, 3, 3, 2, 1. And 5.5. 7, 1. So add alert. So let's see what happens on that. That was a decent break and retest. So anyway, not going to sit and stare at that, Warren. So GCAD, we had the alert go off. GU, we haven't had anything. We've got our alert set, so let me shut the window down. Euro NZD, this was the one we marked up. It's working its way up. So it did curl back round. So we'll wait for that alert to go off. Euro CAD, that was just a markup. I was looking at the channel when I was on chances thing. So this is the outer extensions. We've had the alert go off. It's above the 62. I've had the pitchfork touch. And this is from the quite an old one, this one, I think. Oh yeah, that's right. It's this one where it came out of that scan. So it's back in this one from May. Oh God, I've just moved to, that's why you have to make sure you've locked everything on. Why that isn't locked on, I don't know. That's slow loading. Try again. Don't know why that's being so slow. Try again in a minute. So it's back into this scan from May. It's reached the outer extensions. It's back now here. So what we're hoping for is that the extensions do their job and ping price back in. Otherwise, it's quite a way for it down. I can see another scan down here. That pink one, but at the moment it's in the green one. So I'll leave that alone, but that was just to show you. So we've had a long downward momentum there, but it looks like it's broken it anyway. We put that on. Have it a bit further out if you want. So what's this telling us? Well, it's telling us that it is all those rejections off the pitchfork, then it just slipped below. That's 10 o'clock my time, and it's just rejecting off the 62, so it's buying. So do we want to count those break and retest? Normally I'd want them all a lot closer. So we'd have Euro CAD 20 pips. 8-9 can't quite cover. Can't cover our. It would have been nice, very nice to have been able to have covered that, which we can't do. And then we'll just put. See which way it's going to break. So that's our upward trend. So we're looking for it to do this or come back down and do that, because it is still in a downward momentum. The orange line is still well below the 15-minute, but we are at these outer extensions which should act like elastic bands and ping it back in. Have we got a fib we can put on? Not really, unless I put one on back there, but I think that might be a bit too far back. I don't think I'll confuse the issue by doing that. And how much is that break and retest? That's 12 pips. So let's just analyze this before rushing in. So technically we've got the orange as a sell because it's below the blue. And we've had all these rejections downwards, but we have had a break and a retest now of 12 to the upside and prices above the 62. So we've had pitchfork touch, check, break and retest, check, 62 EMA, check. So that is looking okay for a buy. We could settings. Just wondering if we take that. Doesn't really make a lot of difference. So I'll take that on a demo. Where's it gone? Oh, do shout at me. Where are you? Where are you? Can't see EuroCAD. Oh, there we are. New order, 0.5. We'll just do that at 0.5. Oh, I thought I'd set, sorry, these were other demos from in the night. I thought I'd set a stop loss on that and I didn't. EuroCAD, modify. So 1.56, hang on, 711,611. No, what's my entry price? 56746, 646 would give me 10 pip stop loss. That's there. That's going up nicely. So hang on a minute, let me just look at that price. EuroCAD 1.56746. Yeah, so that's not brilliant because we're not covering that pitchfork. 12,56625. That feels a bit better. So I'll take that off. Let's see how that runs. Take our alert off. And then there's 20 pips, and to quarter theory or 2 or 3 pips before is around about 25 daily goal achieved on that one. So let's see how that goes. Horizontal line. 146,756. 747, 847. Set the alert. So let's see what happens with that one. Right, or JPY is Asian session pair anyway. That's heading on up. So what we'd be looking for on that is a break and a retest back to that line. I'm going to shut that one down. That's gone up to test the 15-minute. Still waiting for that. That's still our sharp. We still want the sell. So I'm going to shut that one down. USD CAD still working its way down. That's okay. We're going to leave that one for now. Chef JPY was one that I marked up when I was on Chance's session. Very slow moving pair. It did do what it was meant to do. So at the moment, and those are outer extensions, I think. Yes. So it's just come back in here, come back into that scan. And that is 56. So you can't do anything with this now until you either put your alert back up there, or you can see it, price is falling. Next alert would be down here, and it is a slow moving pair. So that might be for Asian session tonight if you are trading Asian. I'm going to close that. GJ. Okay, so we've got GJ. He didn't have that on his list. Oh yes, that was the move. I did submit it for his chart analysis, what I put in the trade ideas of Forex Messenger, and he said it was the perfect setup. The only thing he would have done, I think I've taken the drawing off now. He said the only thing he would have done was to, because it moved in Tokyo, he said here, this line here, which I hadn't done. He said just for an extra confirmation, he would have put a trend line there, which would have shown the break and the retest, and then it was exactly the same setup. If you look in Trade Messenger, you'll see my notes on it, and Chance confirmed it was a really, really good setup. So I was very pleased to do that. Sometimes I do submit my not so good ones to him. Haven't been on his sessions for a little while. Right, so the orange has crossed above the blue for the buy. It's just in this price trap. We've had the alert go off. 2 rejections off the pitchfork. Sorry, I just wanted to see where that scan was. So that's that D point, 7th of August. One. It's not in that one, it's in a previous one of the 31st of July. And it's one of those odd ones, isn't it? Because it's meant to be a sell scan, but the pitchforks are pointing upwards. But anyway, it's reached the median now. So it's a bit of a strange one. So technically we've got a buy coming now. But GJ is a pair you want to take perfect setups. That's what Chance says. Or don't touch it. So there's our upward trend. And let's put a long position on. That takes us up to the next pitchfork. No, it doesn't. Talking rubbish. Well, it's right up there. Oh, I've got so many, I'm going to have to dim some down, otherwise it could be trouble. Don't mind the white one so much. That's the next green one. 83 or so, so it's a big scan. So we've got our quarter theory. Dean. One, 3, 9. Right, okay, so it's just given us move that there. So we've had a break and a retest, then back to the 62, a strong upward thrust there. So we're just looking to see what happens at this point. So that is, hang on, can't get the right. That's only 2.8 pips. It's 5.7, 10 up to there. $7.9. So if it comes back, so they've got quite small break and retests, but that long upward candle there, then another push up, momentum push up there. So if we get a touch back to quarter theory, I'll take that on demo if it comes back to quarter theory. I don't want to put another one on live while I'm doing this. It's the 10 minutes, 3 minutes before the hour. Put that alert on. So that's GJ. Dog's staring at me now in silence. GJ, let me just save that. GA, lots of rejections off quarter theory. Orange curled round didn't go for the sell, so that's saying buy as well. Don't get into two correlating pairs doing the same thing. I had it marked down here. For some reason, I forget now. There must have been a reason. So that is a big gap, 95. Is it something to do with the D point? So the scan it is in is from, well, it's not that most recent one. Absolutely ages ago. That one, 22nd of Jan. Let me come back to the, so this one seems to be, right, GJ's gone off. So make sure it, I was just going to say make sure it holds this, as it's just wicking off. And it's just turned the hour as well, so that could be the fake out. So once it turns, I'll just stay on, but I'm only going to do it on demo at the moment on this one. See if it turns 3, 2, 1. That's turning for the buy, and that's because GJ I do find sometimes a little tricky. GJ new order, and I'm minus 14 on the other one. Oh, that's an old one. I think I might take that off. plus 2.3 on EuroCAD. So GJ price 138. So if that's a buy, I want to put 138.8 139 2 1. I think that would be oh, I'm not very good at working that one out. Hang on, because it's Japanese. 138 1390 011 011. One three eight 850. Yeah. 38 minus 0.7, 0.6. So it's just kind of thinking about it. GCAD's confusing me now, and I thought I'd put a stop loss in, so I'm going to have to close that. Shall I close it or just leave it? I'll leave it for a moment, think about it afterwards. So that's everything for the moment. EuroCAD is just playing at that level there. GN, haven't got anything on that at the moment. So I won't mark that one up, and I need to check which scan is actually in, because as you can see I've got, oh, that's extensions of an upper scan, I think. Oh, okay, it's between scans. This green one's a lower scan, and I've got it coming back up into this higher level scan, so I haven't got it in anything at the moment, but it is in a strong upward momentum at the moment. So I'm going to mark that. I'll just put a trend line on that for us here. Okay, I'll close that. Right, so that's it for today, and I will see you this afternoon, or some of you, whoever, at 2 p.m. UK time. So I don't think we've got anything in the chat. So thank you very much for joining.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And Warren, contact me when you want to do chart setups and things, when you want to do a Zoom call. Tell me what sort of time suits you.
Yeah, okay, Sarah. Just
okay.
together. All right.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Okay. Yeah. Bye.